Hi, everyone. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back again. So, what we are going to talk about today is about the recent deportation. The deportation of African people, Nigeria people. Okay, I think I don't know if my it's okay. I don't know if let me see if my cam is working, because at times I will just do a whole full video and the audio is not working. So let me go check it out before I'll make a whole video without no sound. I'll make a whole video. Yeah, it's working because I'm not too used to this StreamYard. So what we want to talk about today now about the deportation, when we don't reading stroke deportation, when we don't see for many period years now, where all over the world, any place where Nigeria enter, they deport them, they treat them bad, they do them anyhow. Okay, and many of us never still get sense up till now. We still continue to dey behave like say another man country na our own. Make I show una video of wetin I dey talk. Let me bring the lights down. Let's set properly. Okay, this is a video of, sorry, my light just straight off. Can't even. I can't really tell what is wrong with this thing. But anyway, no problem, and I can still talk. I can't really tell you what is wrong with this light. Okay, I can't just say. Just okay. It's just tripping. Something was very small. Okay, we are back again, back to business. at least the patient paid off. Okay, so see how everybody treat Nigeria everywhere we go, everywhere we have been. We see how we are treated like as if we are maybe half caste or something. But most of these treatments, most of us are the cause of why we are treated the way we are treated. And apart from that, globally, we as Black people, many of us don't contribute to anything right now, especially the new generation. They don't want to contribute anything in building their country, their society, where they come from. All we can see everywhere is most people from our community, most people that look like us, they want to make money so that they could buy the best marker, the best clothes, and show off on Instagram, show off on Facebook. That is the new generational men that most of us are seeing today. They don't want to create, they don't want to do nothing, they don't want to contribute to the society where they are living. They just want to have money so that they could show off, so that they could buy clothes, things to show off. They don't have the mentality of creating money, building their community. You see crimes everywhere, you see criminals everywhere. People don't think of how to build anything. That is why most of us find it very interesting to travel out of our country, no matter how dirty, no matter how poor the country is. Most of us think that all the whole country in the world is better than our country, our continent, which is Africa. Most of us think that. That is why you can find in Nigeria, in Pakistan, you can find in Nigeria, in Iraq, you can find in Nigeria, in Kuwait, you can find Nigeria everywhere, even under the rock, which is very, very shameful, because we are supposed to be building our country, our continent, community, especially the men that go around every time losing their life in the Mediterranean Sea. Every day you see Africans dying like a nobody on the sea, on the Mediterranean Sea. Every time we see it and nobody really cares, because most of us have the mentality of making it, or just you have to lose your life if you can make it. Most of us don't have value for our life because we don't have hope. Many of us have become hopeless, greedy, selfish. Instead of us mobilizing ourselves to build our country, many of us find it very easy to go to another people's country, to go and molest, disturb, crimes and whatsoever. And you find few people that work legit, and at the end of the day, they make everything very difficult for everybody. So we saw the other day, Chinese were harassing Nigerians over the COVID-19. All how many Nigerians were prohibited from going to the supermarkets, shopping, staying in houses, hotel. They couldn't be able to do anything. They were all disarmed because people never believed that things like this could ever happen to them, especially the way most of us African we view other countries. Many of us talk about human rights and we don't think about the people that are in the position when it comes to the human rights they are talking about. The human rights body or panel is consists of other men from another race, from another country, people that does not look at like us. They are the one that consist of the human rights panel, or they are the one that are consist of the human rights body. And how do you think that people that don't look like you, that don't talk like you, that don't know, people that have spent years to make you who you are today in a very, very bad position, and you think those people will turn around, instead of working for their own interest, they will begin to work for your own interest. That is not going to happen, and that is what most Africans, most Nigerians don't understand. When they have a little problem, they begin to call for human rights, they begin to call for Al Jazeera, they begin to call for CNN. Let me tell you today that CNN, Al Jazeera, they are not working for your interest. They are not paid by African government, that any media house or whatever, they have people that sponsor them, they have their own interest, and so on and so forth. So I believe it is time for we Africans to know our priorities, to know what we are supposed to be doing as people, to work towards our own interest, towards our continent, instead of all the time we want other people to solve our problems. We want to take a shortcut in every situations. Because our country is bad, we believe that we could travel to other people's country and then stay there over time. Your visa, your papers are not in order. We believe that we can go there, commit crime, even we are not committing. Most of these people don't need us in their country. Most of them want their country to be white, or be with other type of people, not really Africans. They don't need Africa. But many of us don't know the history, we don't know our identity, we don't know where we're coming from, we don't know our enemies, we don't know our friends. So we decide to travel to anywhere we feel like, because we believe that the world is on our hands. And many of us don't know that traveling to Kuwait, many of all these countries, they don't need you there. They don't need you. We have seen how many of our girls have been put on sale in putting them in the market for sale in Kuwait, in all these Arab countries. We see how many women from Africa, West Africa, are being maltreated. Many of them killed in the process of going to work as girls, of which many of them, when you employ them to work for you in their own country, they refuse to work as help in their own country, but they find it very easy to go to another man's country in the name of self-hate and trusting people too much. They go to other Arab country thinking that they will be treated properly, they will be treated well, and the salary is big. And at the end of the day, you see many women being thrown from five house down. Many women maltreated, many women live with scars, many escape. I don't think it is nice for people to travel down to another person's country when you don't really know their history. You don't know anything about these people. You just go there thinking that you'll be treated properly, but we don't know the real agenda many of these people have about us. That is why before you travel, you have to really, really know where you are going to. Make sure your document is in order. Make sure you don't overstay. Make sure you don't go in crime. Make sure you don't do a lot of things that is not supposed to be done, because many of us are running away from our country. We believe our country is not fit to live, because many of us are even among people that are destroying the country every day. Many of us go on crime, on doing things that are not supposed to be done in a country, we make our environment unbearable for us to pick up our bag. We are going to Ghana, we are going to Togo, we are going to all over Africa. And when we cannot go all over Africa, we go to Indonesia, we go to other countries. What happened to us if we could repair our country? These people, they have laws, they have rules, they have regulation, they have culture, they have habits, they have way of living. These people have a lot of things that they have put together to arrange their country. You see, many of us just go there, we start engaging in crimes, we start engaging in things that we are not supposed to engage on. And you see many of us go to a country, the next moment we can live among people peacefully, because most of all these things have become and a tendency for many of us that leave our countries to other people's country to behave in our country. Most of us have made our country be unbearable with kidnapping, doing a lot of things that is not supposed to be done. At the end of the day, we come out and complain that we have been treated bad in Indonesia, in other places, of which I know many Africans are treated really, really bad and with disrespect all over the country, all over the world. And what are we doing about it? And I think what we should be doing about all this hatred and this injustice, we are supposed to be building, stay in our countries, build our countries, let the police, let the community put hands together and build a country together. Instead of picking your bag, you are going to Indonesia, you are going to China. You don't see these people coming to our country just to relax without they are not working, without they are not doing anything. It is impossible for them to come around. If you see them in our country, either they're exploiting one thing or the other, or they came down to work. That is the type of immigration and travel we Africans are supposed to engage on. Not we are traveling or trafficking one another to make money, to cross the Mediterranean Sea. I've seen many lives have been lost over there in the sea. I think it is time we have to sit at home in our continent and build our country instead of running around everywhere, trying to be in Iraq, trying to be in Kuwait, trying to be in Saudi Arabia, trying to be in Malaysia, everywhere. We could make our country the Malaysia, we could make our country Indonesia, we could make our country China. If we really want to, we have the capacity, we have the knowledge, we have everything, but are we putting it to use? No. We are always on, oh, this it is Indonesia that is raining now. Oh, let us park there. It is Malaysia that is raining now. Let us park there. I think this has to stop. This has to stop. I was saying that somebody put a comment that because of the COVID-19, people could not even go around to renew their documents and all. That is why the Indonesia police is heading. Yeah, no other people on the face of the earth is treated the way we are treated. No other people um could be raided at this time of the pandemic. It's only maybe Africans or Nigerians that could be treated the way they are treated, because they know we have no representation globally from nobody, whether the president of our countries, the ambassadors, all of them, they are not going to do anything about it. That is why they're doing it. Because if they should do this to a Brazilian citizens, I think Brazil could retaliate one way or the other. If they could do this to the American citizen, going around ready them, putting them inside the car, taking them to the station, locking them up for months, for days. I think Americans could retaliate because they do things in their country, they hand everything, they go around trying to hand their respect in the world. And what are we doing about our own respect? We are throwing them off. We are all over the place. Today we are here, tomorrow we are everywhere, in neglecting our country, which is, if you talk about resources, you talk about agriculture, everything we have in our country. Then how do we develop a country where a lot of people cannot do more for their country? A lot of people, where a country where people hate so much, hate good things, they cannot build, they cannot arrange themselves, they cannot be stable for once, criminality everywhere. I think we have to think and try to regulate and better our country instead of running around everywhere, being everywhere, want to be everybody except ourselves. We should start from home, building our country. The moment we are complaining about Indonesia, Malaysia, or we should use that energy to complain about our country, how we should build our country, not only complaining what we should be doing, especially the men in our community, the men in our countries. What they should be doing is build their country. The Malaysia you are running to, the women, they are Arabs, they are inside the house. They don't do construction. They don't create companies. Mm, the men are the pillar of the society, and you see most of the men are traveling out of our country. They don't want to build. They run away from their responsibility. I think it is time we know what we are supposed to be doing as men in our community. Instead of traveling because the situation is bad, you travel, everybody travel. Who is going to build the country? Who is going to build the community? Who is going to impact the next generation? We complain about Buhari, about this. Buhari not build our country for us. Only one man is even a very old man. It can't build that country alone. The country belongs to me, belongs to you, belongs to everybody. That is what we should know as people, and try our best to stop all this being all over every place. Because at the end, these people don't like us, these people don't love us, these people don't need us, because they know when we are together, we unite, we could do a lot. So let us go, let us be in our country, go back to our country, unite, and sanitize countries. Insecurity, armed robbery should never be tolerated in any environment in our country, because the major problem, lack of empathy, lack of respect for life, is exhibited every time in our country. People don't respect life, people don't respect people's properties, people don't take precautions in things they do to each other. We should try and live like a sane and responsible people before we could start doing something for our country, instead of traveling everywhere, trying to be all over the whole place. We see every day people jumping down from how many stories building because of immigration, too much of stress, lack of sleep. Everywhere we need to go back our countries and build our countries. And the ones that are planning to travel, we should be able to impact our country one way or the other. One way or the other. Our country is like a virgin land that has not been touched. There is a lot of things that we could do instead of just taking your bag and traveling around. We should make sure in our education system we put some values, some things that children will learn how to build their community, how to build their countries, how to be contented, how to be responsible financially with money, because we still see the situation whereby some Nigerians have money, have house, have land, have everything. They still want to the white man country. Meanwhile, the people that you coming to their country, they have just one flat like this, a car, a business, and they are contented. I think the curriculum of a school in Africa should be included, and financial responsibility, and what is the meaning of wealth. That you don't have to buy the whole house in the village, you don't have to buy the whole city, you don't have to have multiple mansions everywhere before you will be contented. People have so many things. They even live in Europe, they have houses, they have land, they have a lot of, and they are not still contented. We should build our environment, clean up our environment from criminality, fraud, scams. A lot we should do for our country. Traveling will never solve this problem, because where you are going, people don't need you there. They don't just need you. That is just the plain truth. Just look at Indonesia now. Just take a look. Everybody is like, let us imprison these people. Some people overstay their visa and all. We should try to earn our reputation all over the world. And because I call it earn, because nobody is going to give it to you. When your country earn their reputation, people will respect the citizens very well. They will not be treated badly, unjust, because they know that the government will retaliate immediately. But when you don't know your position in the world, you don't earn nothing, you don't build nothing, you will be treated very, very unjustly everywhere you go. People treat many of us Nigerians as if we are animals. We are not treated with respect all over the world. We should try and earn our respect by building our countries. And this message is for the men in our community to try to build. When you travel to another country, make sure you're traveling for business, strictly for business. You have your papers in order, everything. Stop trying to go through the Mediterranean Sea. I go through there, and I would never recommend it for anybody, and I never knew that it was just that way, so dangerous. So it is a very, very dangerous travel. Nobody with the normal sense should undergo at all, at all. It's not recommendable. Okay, so we continue to see the updates about the Indonesia raid, how the house is empty, everything's empty. These people, if they are doing business, they're going to lose their money. They're going to lose a lot of things, because like they just came on a well and pick everybody. We should try and build our own country so that we should avoid all this deportation and treatment that we get outside our country all the time. That traveling, picking our bag and leaving is not going to help us. It's not going to be alternative of everything. We are still going to need that country. And if we don't build it, other people will come around and build and replace us. The Chinese is everywhere now, buying lands, doing this. But you see, most Africans don't even think about privatizing their lands for for strangers, for foreigners. You can't go to China and own any land. It is not possible. Malaysia, you can't buy any land as a foreigner. They privatize it. You can't just buy a land. But you go to Africa, you see these people have a lot of money. They can buy a whole city. I think we should be very smart and don't sell our land, because land is very, very important in any country. When you own lands, you own money, you own a lot of money. That is why we should be very smart and privatize things for foreigner, because they don't give us the same opportunity when we are in their country, and we don't have any reason giving them these opportunities to buy our land off very cheap and get our land for free, completely free. So we should be very, very guided the way we go about all these things, okay? So I think I'm going to stop this video and we're going to talk tomorrow, because I think I'm going to study for 1 hour for my driving. Then we can talk tomorrow. I love all of you all. It is the real girl. Bye bye, everyone.